Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I thought it was time that I tried this absolutely stunning viral technique made famous by the incredible T and Art, where she uses UV resin to create a water droplet effect. Now, I am very late to the party on this. This was created some time ago and it has gone global, like worldwide, global, viral, but I cannot wait to share with you the next few videos that have been inspired by this, and they are worlds away from this. I've honestly evolved with it and it just inspired me so much to create some totally different, out of this world videos, and I cannot wait to share. Okay, the technique is you need UV resin and a mold. Now the UV resin I'm using is by Vista. This is their UV resin. It's called Vista Lumen. I absolutely love it. I'm almost out of it actually. I need to order more. And then we're just gonna add little dots into the mold. Now your mold, whatever you use, is all dependent on you. You could use your trinket trays, even larger molds, but I decided as it's the first time trying this technique, I'm just gonna keep it small and dinky and go with my pendant mold. Now this mold here I do believe is from Amazon. I will link it below if I find it, but yes, lots of little drops. Now I must admit, I've not tried this technique. As you all know, I'm very new to this. It was hard to keep the UV resin in place. So if I was to do this technique again, as I'm doing here today, I would definitely flash cure as I go. I would just do a drop and use a UV torch, just a handheld small torch, just to flash cure the UV resin in place. I think that would definitely be something, if I'm going to give you any advice at all from this video, definitely try that, because what happens is the UV resin, like any epoxy resin, it self levels, and I was finding that a lot of my dots were just either too close together or I was leaving it too long to cure and they were kind of self leveling out and meeting up with other dots, like they just want to get together and have fun and create these much larger blobs. It wasn't necessarily the look I was going for, so if I definitely tried this again, I would definitely flash cure. Flash cure is the way forward. At this point I thought, let's just have some fun. Instead of just doing dots, I would actually pour some UV resin into a small cup and use a cocktail stick to create different patterns in a way, like smaller dots, even smaller dots, or lines, zigzags, stripes. I've sped this part up because trust me, it was lengthy and you don't need to sit through it. On this one here, I just decided, as I said, to use my cocktail stick dipped in the UV resin to create almost like just tiger lines, tiger patterns. This one here was a disaster. It was a disaster. This one doesn't even stay in the film, okay? This one doesn't even get created. I tried to do the letter C for my initial in that circle one, but it was the worst C I've ever written in my life, ever. So I just carried on. I thought once it's cured, I can peel it out, no problem. But it wasn't good enough to actually see it through to the end. And that's okay, that's okay. In some of these then, I did extra teeny tiny diddy little dots. And then in this final one, I decided to add like 3 lines and some extra dots in there as well, just to give it a little bit more interest once cured. And it was those designs that have inspired the next few videos. Honestly, amazing. Over to my Shadowfoam wall. I've had a few of you ask me about this. The details are down below for Shadowfoam. I've got all of my go-to pigments, colorants and everything in this wall, and it is honestly a lifesaver, game changer storage for me, because my storage was out of control. Next up, we are going with the absolute stunning Chameleon powders by Let's Resin. If you've been with me a while, you would have seen me use these hundreds of times on my channel. They are absolutely stunning. Chameleon powders are color shifting, color changing, beautiful powders. And I honestly would say they work best in this. You could use plain mica powders, but you won't necessarily get the chameleon. You won't get the color shifting changes that you really do want in a piece like this. So yes, choose your colours, whatever makes you happy. And yeah, I did choose a few of the blues, the teals, the pinks. Honestly, if you've seen my comparison video with these powders, I pretty much fell in love with every colour, but my absolute favourite was the blue. And weirdly, the blue is the least colour shifting out of all of them from the experiment that I ran. On the next few, we're going in with some gold and champagne. These colour shift into green and pink, and honestly, all together in one, they're just stunning. And yes, I am a Let's Resin affiliate, but guys, I genuinely love these. I use them all the time. All of the details for your discount code for Let's Resin will be in the description box below, so go over and check them out. The resin I'm using is by Vista Turbo. Again, details down below. Back to my Shadowfoam wall. I'm grabbing my Vista Black Liquid Pigment. Now, if you ever dust a mold with mica or chameleon, or you're dusting anything, black is the colour you want in the back. Now, Wendy over at Toonpish Crafts ran this experiment. Black, hands down, brings those colours to life. So always choose black, because trust me, it is the best backing colour to make your chameleons and your mica powders pop. Then it's just a case of filling them up. This project does not get easier. It doesn't get easier. Now, the fact that UV resin cures within 90 seconds and then Vista Turbo resin cures within 5-6 hours, this is a 1-day project. It cannot get any faster than this. So, like I've said in previous videos, if you've got a last minute gift idea, if you need to quickly make something to take somewhere to someone, this is the one, guys. UV resin, Bob's your uncle. Such a fast project. Okay, time for demold. Now, I already have seen the results. If you guys have been seeing this, honestly, you'll already know what the results are going to look like. This one is giving me this one is giving me Freddy Krueger vibes. Anyone else? Nightmare on Elm Street. Freddy Krueger. I'm not a fan. But you know what? We still had to have a play. We still had to, use our little cocktail stick to see what we could come up with. But it did give me an idea. This is the beauty of it. Evolution, guys. What? This is my absolute favourite one. Not only do I love the organic shape of this mould, just the colours together, stunning. This one here is giving me alien vibes. Like, I don't know. Let me know in the comments what you think. But there's something about this. And look, there's air bubbles. So definitely be careful with your UV resin. And remember, it can carry air bubbles as well. I've obviously squeezed it out and got bubbles trapped in there, but it hasn't ruined the piece. This one here is giving me rain on the car windshield vibes. I'm loving it. And I'm loving the way the UV resin has actually gone up the sides. I was trying to avoid the walls and the sides. This one here, not keen, not a fan. Don't know why I spent so long trying to get all of these miniature dots. Not feeling it at all. This one here, love it. But it was this one here that made me question my phobias. Now, I've never had an issue. I've never believed I have tryptophobia, I think it's called, but I wasn't keen, guys. This one here, again, because I use blue, this is the truest one. This is the truest, closest thing I could get to water droplets, rain droplets. It worked a dream. This one here, again, alien vibes. They've all given me different inspiration and they look like different things, but I cannot express how excited I am. A couple of these honestly made my brain say, oh, let's try this technique in something completely different. And the next 3 videos minimum were born. The next 3 videos were born out of me just sitting here and playing with the design created by T and Art that has gone viral around the world. And the next 3 videos, guys, the next 3 videos. I cannot, honestly. I have a list. I have a monthly planner. I know roughly what I'm going to be working on for the month. And then suddenly something comes along and changes the trajectory. Is that the word? Trajectory? It changes, of course. Okay, everything changes. I down tools on my calendar. It all goes out the window. Forget it. Like, who was I last week? I'm a different person today. We are going out of this world. Honestly, cannot wait to share the next 3 minimum of videos with you, because that's what I've filmed so far. I hope you've really enjoyed this. Thank you so much to T and Art for creating something that has not only inspired me, but inspired thousands, and I mean thousands, of artists around the world. I am seeing this all over my TikTok, all over my Instagram. I'm seeing it on YouTube. It's something different to create something so unique and yet so effective and simple. Like, everyone in the world wants to try it. So big congratulations to T and Art for creating this design. You know, if you've seen something somewhere before, you absolutely have to give credit to those artists. It is the most imperative thing that you do. Big hugs and massive congratulations to T and Art for creating this. I loved it. Some results I preferred more than others. Some of them spooked me out a little bit, like the Freddy Krueger gave me chills. The blue one and the circular design were my absolute favourite. The long rectangular one with just circles in it gave me tryptophobia vibes and I wasn't keen. But it's so funny how something like this can bring up emotions and make you feel some kind of way about some things. I found this a really fascinating, fun, yet really fast project to do. And yeah, the fact that it's now inspired the next minimum 1 week's worth of videos. I'm excited, guys. I'm so excited. I hope you've enjoyed this and you found this helpful. If you haven't yet tried this technique, it's a definite must. It was so much fun and so fast, especially if you use a fast cure resin. If you use a polyurethane resin like I've used in the past on my channel, guys, that stuff cures, sets, done within a minute. So if you use black polyurethane resin from I Love Mixed Media, you're talking about a 3-minute project. Can you believe it? Like, that's insane. Anyway, I hope you've loved. I appreciate you all massively, especially if you're here with me right now in the live chat. If you are a patron over on my Patreon, you will have already seen the next 3 videos because I've been so excited about them and I've shared all of my photos and my processes and talked my way through what I'm doing over on my Patreon page. So if you are here as a patron as well, thank you so much for sitting through it all again. I really appreciate you all. I will see you all in the next video. And oh my gosh, guys, if you're still here, thank you for 90k. I reached 90,000 subscribers 2 days ago. There will be a 90,000 subscriber giveaway sponsored by, can you even believe it, Tech Wrap Vinyl. Tech Wrap Vinyl wanted to get involved and they have already agreed to put out 2 packages for the winners that will be shipped directly from Tech Wrap. I'm beyond excited. Like, how generous is that? Anyway, I'm going to stop talking because we are like nearly 13 minutes in and I massively appreciate you all for still being here, especially if you've been in the live chat and you've spent your Saturday evening with me. And happy Easter for tomorrow. So much to pack into one video. I'm going to go, but I don't want to go. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. Bye.